Recording, and last time we started the Digimon adventure by you guys getting attacked by Kuwagamon and me totally having their character sheets correctly and not killing one of you totally.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
None of that
This
happened. None of that attack stuff happened. Not at all. No one died. Everything's
no,
fine.
absolutely not.
But yes, so last week we started this. There was backstory stuff, which I have released all to you, so you guys are free to read the blurb that I gave if you wish to. I redid it for YouTube because I missed an entire, basically, two sentences that was kind of important. Uh, so that's different. That'll be different on YouTube than you guys probably remember. Not much different, but about the same. Uh,
Nah, it all
so
went perfectly.
you guys so you guys were fighting off against the Kawagamon. You beat them. Then you had five Okumon come chasing after you guys. And you're like, no, let's not do that, and ran away. Only for one mega level Digimon, Minervamon, came in and beat the crap out of all five of them.
Which is unsurprising for an Olympus.
Which honestly, I've changed her sheet so many times. I probably should make her actually stronger than she is, but that's beside the point. If that ever comes up, I was using Minervamon originally to just understand how making character sheets and stuff worked.
Right.
Um, and then I was like, what is their ultimate normally? And I looked up Lilamon was on, okay, we'll use that. And I was using that for the ultimate to see how character sheets worked with like going up, because like there's an option in this sheet, in the Google sheet where you can say, oh, this Digimon gets this stuff from here, but it completely breaks the entire thing that I found. So I just decided not to do that. So I don't know if I did something wrong or it just breaks the entire thing, but I decided not to do that. But anyways, you guys
Reasonable.
safely returned to the nearby city, which technically also I just realized. Excuse me, YouTube, while I switch these around because I realized that the one of them is not the GM one, and the one you guys were seeing were actually the GM one and not the player one, which kind of important. I don't want to have all my secrets recorded. Uh, so, uh, yeah, you
He's
guys
afraid
are,
of us getting armed with information.
yeah, so much information. Yep. So much information. But we ended last session with you guys standing in front of Minervamon, who is sitting in a throne, and asked if you had any questions because this has literally been your first mission outside. And she said she knows more than she looks like she should.
Hmm.
So,
I know we had asked her about a few things last time, and
mm-hmm.
I felt like we'd gotten good answers on stuff. Um, I guess one thing that I would be curious about that I don't remember us discussing last week is like, is there anywhere that has been having like particular issues lately? Like, is there a region that has been more under distress or anything like that that it would be good for us to go check out after we're done with this mission? Or
um,
like, has she heard any grumblings, or like, is there anything that we could help her with? I guess is kind of what I'm wondering.
no, mostly it's just been the regular stuff. No wilds attacking people who have been traveling and the odd rebel once in a while, but there's not much really that's been like a major threat. It's just been
Okay,
business as usual.
well, that's good to hear.
All right.
Uh, she mentioned as well, if you guys don't have any more letters and stuff to go to the other places, you'll probably want to go back in and report to the brigade specifically, which, by the
Yep.
way, I have now named the group that you are part of called the Olympus Brigade.
Okay. That's good to know. Thank you.
I know it's lame and it sounds lazy, but it was like it's all I could think of.
No, it
That's
worked.
fair.
Uh, yeah. If do you have anything else specific you want to ask her? Because
I'm good. Like I said, I remember I asked a few questions last week, so
Yeah, I remember that. I remember asking a couple as well, so it's, I'm not sure if there's anything particular I'd like to ask right now.
okay, uh, Kaz, do you have anything that you would like to know?
Oh, good.
Well, I was hoping you guys would ask a lot more questions, but we'll see where this
well,
goes.
I don't know. There's an extent to which I feel like I don't yet know enough about the world and stuff to really have questions yet, if that makes sense.
Okay, fair. Um, is there anything she could just let you know off the top of her head that you might not know that you probably should? Mm, Not really. If you like I said, if you've already asked, like we kind of went back and forth at the end, kind of like semi out of character, asking stuff that she probably
Yeah.
would have known. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just obviously, don't tell. Just the only ones that really know that Minervamon and Lilamon are technically the same Digimon are any of the ultimate guards. They're the only ones that actually know. So
Sure.
don't
Okay.
go around blabbing
Yeah,
about
that
that
was
they're the same
it was
person.
pretty clear out in the street that that wasn't something that everybody knew. So,
People, the other Digimon just tend to. Uh, I don't want to really like unlike some of the other Olympus, I don't really want to rule with fear being extremely strong and whatnot.
hmm,
So it's just easier for me to kind of rule in quotes behind the scenes as my ultimate form. As
fair
far
enough.
as far as
Yeah.
far as the other Digimon know is that Minervamon kind of gesturing to herself is kind of more of a guardian deity. Like everyone knows that she's around, but no one
Hmm.
actually knows that I'm her.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In all honesty, she kind of scratches the side of her face. In the heat of battle, I'm a lot, I'm very different compared to how I am now.
Well, we just appreciate you bailing us out against those Okuwamon because I don't think that would have gone well for us.
Uh, Actually, if you could just wait a second, I would appreciate you giving something to the guards back at your headquarters if you could.
Sure.
Of course.
One moment, and she's gonna go out behind into a room behind the throne, and you guys are kind of just waiting around for a couple minutes, and she will come back with her own letter and just kind of. And in actuality, you know what? She'll actually come back as Lilamon, uh,
Okay.
with and and she will hand you one of you a letter. Whoever takes it from her.
Anyone specific we should be giving this to?
Uh,
I can take it and put it in my cargo hold,
okay.
like I did
Hell
previously.
yeah.
She'll give it to you then. She says if just give it to the guards at the gates of the I wouldn't call it a temple. but I can't think of anything else I would call it.
Oh,
The I guess castle is technically more appropriate from what I have for it. To I can't remember what the fuck his name is now. Hold that thought. Um, I think it's
Digimon.
I know who it is, and I can see what he looks like, but I can't think of what his name is. Um, to
Dave.
they'll give it to Jupitermon and to Junomon,
Okay.
Ah, yes.
which you guys know in the center of the spire, they have a castle that they basically watch down about around the entire island, and who are also two other members of the Olympus 12. There's actually one thing I am surprised you guys didn't ask, but I'm not gonna say anything about it. But actually, one of you did ask how many. I think it was you, Shadow. You asked how many uh, of the Olympus 12 are like in each area, right?
Yeah.
Can you just because technically you wouldn't see the map as a whole, but just give me 3d6 and then you get +2 to it just to see if you get it. This will be a knowledge check to see if you realize something after you've asked that.
All right.
Okay, that's 15. Uh, you realize that the amount of areas, because you've probably seen a map before of all the areas, because you've probably had to maybe like transport stuff before to other places before you joined the brigade. That in total there is less areas uh, guarded by an Olympus 12 members than there are Olympus 12 members, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I was
in reality,
actually.
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I
7,
think
8,
it's 10.
9. Uh, in reality, on the continent itself, there's only 9 areas that are technically being guarded
Yeah,
by
and then
Olympus
10 if we
members.
count the island.
Yes.
11 if you count the ocean, given Neptunemon will be reigning over that.
Oh, potentially. That's a good point.
Actually, with that 15, you would know, or maybe have heard rather, that there is an Olympus 12 that doesn't necessarily protect the entire ocean, but more like the space between the island from the volcano area to this island. There is an Olympus 12 member that protects the oceans between there. Specifically, he goes by the name of Neptunemon.
Hmm.
Ah,
However, that still is only 11 of the 12.
indeed.
So you can stew on that while you. But yes. So if
Well, I
you.
mean, but no, that's all of them, right? There's 9 on the island, 1 in the ocean,
Uh huh.
and then or 9 on the continent, 1 in the ocean makes 10,
Uh
1 for the island makes 11, and then we know there's 2 in the center, so that's 12, right?
huh. Yeah.
Hmm.
You can assume that. Sure.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, that is going to be my assumption for the
All
moment.
right. Cool. Yes, she will hand you guys the note and or the letter and say, "Well, I gotta go check to see if any of the other areas were attacked." So, and she will, I guess, make a whistle sound because I can't think of any other way she would get the guards' attention, and that Panamon will come back in,
She
and
goes, "Hey," and they answer.
they that Panamon will then lead you back out to the city town if you want to do anything else there before you have to go back and travel back to headquarters.
Okay. Just a refresher on the stalls. I believe one of them you said there was a weapons stall. The other one was kind of like a food stall.
This is a weapon stall. This is basically like basic food and stuff. And then you didn't really check what these guys were bringing, but assume it's probably like recovery items and stuff like that.
All right.
Do we have like food and stuff as far as we would need for like the trip back?
Uh,
I'm assuming.
let's see. You probably would have had enough to get there and there. Yeah, if unless you plan to, you have enough to get back to headquarters. But if you plan to go
Okay.
anywhere else, you won't have enough food.
Well, I don't think we're planning on going anywhere else, are we? Because we need to deliver this letter and make our report and all that. So I don't think I need to buy anything at least.
Hmm. Also,
Oh,
because I don't have anything for items wise, but the healing item stuff that's in the PDF, you're fine to buy. It'll be 500, 1,000, and then 1,500.
Okay.
And I believe that's like 4 wound boxes, 7 wound boxes, and like 10 wound boxes. I think it's something like that.
Okay.
Not that you guys really need it, maybe like in a crisis situation, because one of you guys can just, heal.
I was
Uh,
thinking that in regards to like healing items. And if we've got enough food to get back, then I don't see any necessary reason to buy anything either.
yeah, 5, 7, and 10.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I haven't decided if anything else under the item section of the PDF if I'm going to use or not. But I'm probably going to either by next week or the week after. I'll have a bunch of stuff that you guys can buy if you so wish to. Uh,
All
but
right.
if you guys have nothing else to really look for, I'm going to move you guys back to the world map after I've done that. And then I believe under your handouts, if it is in there, you should see the quick world map traveling thing that I just
Right here.
created like really quickly. So a Digimon that can go over 9 meters in one turn can travel 15 miles a day, and every 1 mile above or below that travels a point 0.5 miles more or less a day.
Okay.
So because two of you are moving at 8 meters in a turn, you are traveling 14.5 miles a day.
All right.
And how big is one of these hexes?
To go straight across is 3 miles.
Okay.
So like
All
to go
right.
to like the
So we
center
do
and
a
then go
little
out.
bit under we do a
It'll
little bit under 5 in a day right now.
Yeah, you can. It'll take you at
Okay.
least two, 1 and a bit to get to back to where the thing is, which I will reveal where it is just so you guys don't get fucking lost and start wandering into random places.
All right.
You are traveling it to there.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So, please move just for the day's worth in a direction.
Um okay, so should we go 5 or should we go 4 if we travel slightly under 5? Also, I guess part of this day has passed, so I'm presuming we probably aren't doing a full set of
No,
hexes
because
today.
it probably actually, yeah, you probably would be able to travel. Because let's see, you would have left here. Because how long would it take you to get there? That would have taken you basically 2 days to get there. So yeah, it'd probably actually be night for right now if
Okay,
you
so
want.
maybe we should just like hit up an inn or something for the evening.
Yeah, you can find in. another section of the around the around let's say around the western side of
Okay.
the thing is where most of the people sleep, and then they have for travelers they have a place that you can sleep in. So yeah, other than that, you just sleep. You're if you have taken wound boxes, you would heal them because of reasons. And next day, yeah, since you're traveling one less, depending on which way you're going, go to 15. Go to 1, 2, 3, 4. Go just go for 5 hexes for right now.
Okay.
And I'll put kind of as I'll know approximately where you kind of
One,
are.
two, three, four. Let's just maybe say we follow the river like that.
I can agree with this.
Okay, yeah. So in
Because that
reality,
gives us that gives us an easy
you're
like
kind of more
landmark.
like that maybe ish, but like whatever.
Yeah.
And then you guys have to basically camp for the night. I
Okay.
assume by
Do we
the
need to be like keeping watch or anything like that?
yes, because technically wilds are still everywhere and some are nocturnal.
All right.
So I'm going to take
I,
a guard
I
duty at night.
yeah, I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Figure out how this works.
Okay, great. I've already rolled for what will happen, and during the night, nothing happens while you are traveling, nor during the night.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, that's nice and easy then.
mm-hmm. You want to know what's even nicer? You get to headquarters without any problems.
Can't
Excellent.
complain about that.
Uh, as you probably as you're traveling, you noticed some wild Digimon, but they're more afraid of you than you are of them as you are traveling from the city to where you'd make camp, because they're only like rookies and stuff, so they probably don't want to fight against you.
Right.
Uh,
Smart.
you don't come across any rebels at all as you're traveling. And as you get closer and closer to the mountains and to where your headquarters is, you notice that there is definitely a less wilds that you see just kind of hiding from you.
Well, I mean that makes sense. If we're getting closer to headquarters, they're presumably
Mm-hmm.
presumably trying to keep things relatively cleaned up. I doubt
Okay.
they want a bunch of like angry wild Digimon running around nearby.
So let me just grab tokens for
Yeah.
you guys, and then I can put you to this map. I knew I was forgetting to do something. I'm just going to remove that from this map. You from that map, and I'm just going to grab. Let me just undo that. Grab all of you. And I will drag you down to. You guys are coming probably from this way. So I will now drag you to this map. Don't worry about it being slightly empty. It's fine. And I will drag you all to where you are. So you're coming obviously from the western side of the
That whole
gate.
town.
Uh, there is two of them, one over there and one over there. They are much bigger than they look. So they will at least be able you will be able to fit two large sized Digimon in and out of it. Right now, on the walls, you can see one or two Digimon just uh, kind of looking out over, just being on watch duty. You would know kind of that the first one of the first thing you guys had to do when you first came here was watch duty. It's just everything that a rookie would have to do when they first start with the brigade.
Yeah, makes sense.
Standard.
And yeah, there's no one really guard. Like these gates are are wide open, uh, so you can walk through them as you wish to. So feel free to move yourselves, if at all.
Uh,
And if I refuse,
Well, then nothing happens. You let me
um,
waste time so that I have more time to prepare other things.
I'm gonna head over to this tavern.
Mm-hmm.
The blimp has the letter, so he can go deliver that.
Yeah.
I
So
wouldn't
as
I
you
wouldn't
guys
mind having a
let
digi drink.
before you head into the tavern and before you guys just start going off everywhere, hold on, give me a second here.
okay.
Well,
Um,
I tried you to let us go anywhere.
yeah,
Enter
you guys
this
go.
black
You guys go
city.
in fine. It now I want to be clear. This place does look currently empty, but there is a ton of Digimon just walking around. I just didn't want to litter it with a bunch of Digimon that didn't need to be there for no reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
that's fair.
because Roll20 loves to chug if the map has too
Yes.
many tokens on it.
As you're coming in, I'm realizing a token from here is not in on here after I put it down. I might have moved it and then deleted it by accident. Give me 1 second. He goes there. There we go. Uh, Over on the left there, there is some small stalls set up. These are usually, from what you know, is set up for vendors trying to sell wares to some of the brigade members, because they unless they go out and to other cities to get specific things, this is just like general store stuff. You don't right now. There's two stalls open. You do not recognize either of them. The stall members that are at or the Digimon that are at the stalls. They frequently change out every so often because this place just has lots of Digimon coming in and out of it. There is this place up here, which it continues off the map technically, just so you know, off that way to the east, because this is what's basic one of the basic barracks that the brigade members use. So there is tons of extra like beds and stuff, and they accommodate for every size of Digimon and every many legs in some your cases. But as long as you should be able to fit into it, a large Digimon can fit inside the building comfortably and not like run into everybody every 5 seconds. But anything bigger than that will maybe have problems. Uh, let's see. Anything else I need to know? Thing you guys need to know about this place is, it's kind of like a weird half ring. Like it goes up to like the mountains, and then like it's like a half ring around. So like right now where you are is like you're like in like the center of the half ring,
Hmm.
and then like
Right.
past it the other ways to the west, there's where they have like the farm where like they make like different vegetables and meats and stuff. And to the east is obviously there's more of the brigades freaking living quarters and stuff, as well as there's some small like uh forges for like the gates, and like many like tiny like metal things that maybe they need to like make a cart or something if people are going out or stuff like that. It's basically like a small forge
Hmm.
that's just there for like basic everyday use. Um, Outside the front where this Growlmon, and I can't remember what his name is, but I freaking I have
Here, let me zoom in.
it's
I think that's a Lyomon, isn't it?
yes, I have them actually written, not written, I have their names actually on the tokens. Yeah, it's Leomon. It's got two L's right at the end of its name, which is hard to pronounce. But yeah, they're looking up on the side of this building here. There's a big mission board
Mm.
where most of them you would take, say, I'm gonna go in this one, and you go inside, talk to the person behind the whoever is behind the counter, and say we're taking this mission. Then they have to approve it, and then you go out and do the mission.
Okay.
Up to the north here, where these two are, is a long staircase upward made of kind of more polished, like marble stone, than what you guys are down here on. Is the staircase up to the castle with Jupitermon and I've already forgotten her name. My God,
Minerva,
and
I
and
believe.
Junomon.
Juno, right.
They both
Minerva's
start
the one
with a
we just
J.
came from. I'm a dumbass.
They both
It's
start with
it's
J.
Zeus and Hera. I just need to remember it's the Roman equivalents of Zeus and Hera.
Uh,
Juno.
and currently it is being guarded by a Musamon and a Darkmon. Or a Dracmon. I think it's no, it's DARC. You know that no one, unless they are called up there, is to go through the gates. And that's all the basic information you need to know. So feel free to go anywhere where you need to go, and then I will get to you and go around getting to people what they need to know.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab a drink, and then uh, after that, take it outside and check what's on the jobs board, basically.
Okay. Kaz and Shadow, what do you do?
Um, what did you say? What do they sell in these stores?
Just there. These stalls over here are swap out like every so often, because it's just traveling merchants come through here to sell stuff to the brigade members.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to go up towards the gate
Mm-hmm.
and approach the guards up there. Whoa.
Okay. And Kaz, what are you gonna do?
Um, I'll go see what these guys are selling, I
All right.
guess.
Who you gonna go to that one? Okay, excellent. All right. We'll come back to you actually last, Kaz, because it's important for me. Blipmon, as you come up, the Darkmon and the Masuyamon kind of pay, uh, look at you. They don't really stop you, but if you get any closer, they will.
Okay. I'm going to get closer.
Okay, yeah. They will both take a step inwards and be like, yes, can we help you?
I have a message to Jupitermon from Minervamon.
The the Masumon kind of like squints at you, and the Darkmon will kind of like, okay, is it a written message or is it just something from word of mouth?
It is a written letter that I have in my cargo currently.
The Darkmon will hold out their hand for it then.
I will take out the letter and I will hand it to the Darkmon.
Okay. She will take it, look at it, notice that the other side is sealed with you'll notice that as she's looking at it at the front, you'll notice that the back is sealed with something with like a wax seal on the back of it. The Darkmon will flip it over, show it to the Musiamon, and thank you. We will deliver this to Jupitermon when the next messenger comes down. And they're gonna turn around. The Darkmon's gonna turn around, and then there's like a weird like, she like touches like the side of the wall, even though there's nothing there, and then there's like a small compartment that opens, and then she'll shove the letter inside of it and close it.
Okay.
It's not hard to notice that there are several letters inside of there. And Like
Get a little bit
that
before.
box is almost full. Like the last
Yeah.
messenger has been late and hasn't come to get anything.
Hmm. Well,
Okay.
hopefully everything's okay.
Hopefully. I'm going to go towards the bar then. Oh, actually, before that. No, that's alright. I'll go towards the bar now.
All right. Uh, as you go by the bar, into the bar, you can hear obviously the Growlmon and the Leolomon talking about the various stuff just on the board, wondering which one that they should take and do. Uh, as you enter in the bar, you see the several uh, different types of Digimon around. Uh, Anything you need to be pointed out specifically. Behind the counter is an Octomon, who you know because he's like the one that approves for missions and things of the like, and you've had to talk to him before to go to the city, the Estali city, and to transport stuff to there, and so on and so forth. Uh, Other than that, most of the other tables are quiet. These two ones are quiet. This one's a little bit rowdy over here as they're kind of yelling and stuff. They seem to be drinking a lot. Uh, and there is uh, just a Digimon. I don't know if you could tell who that is, but it's a Cielmon. It's a very woman-looking Digimon. And she's currently just sitting at the chair that's by that piano, but she's not playing it at all. She's just kind of sitting there.
Okay.
Now you don't know. That means she's just
So
not
does
playing
the
it, or she doesn't know how
Octomon
to play it. But
also
continue.
like actually serve bar fare?
Sorry.
Does the Octomon also actually like serve bar food
Uh,
and like
there.
or like drinks or
It's not
whatever?
on this map because I had to edit this map a little bit, but there is technically a kitchen back behind here.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'm gonna order up just like I said, just like a drink and something to eat, and then go peruse the board after I get it.
Okay. Uh, do. I'm gonna go to now to Kaz. Uh, you walk around, seeing that there are some people over at the some of the stalls. These two were empty. Uh, you go over to this middle one here, and it's a Digimon you've not really ever kind of seen before. Like some of them you have seen before because they're a little bit more common. This one you've never seen before,
Okay.
and he like I said, doesn't look like he's part of the brigade. He just looks like he's just selling random things. Nothing looks out of the ordinary or special. It's just a bunch of random stuff.
Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, and as you're kind of like looking, and he's like, "Hey, you looking for anything interesting? Anything new?"
No, I'm just looking at what do you have?
I got a little bit of everything. Would you looking for something in particular to help you out with a certain situation? I can maybe help you out.
Um, well,
He's kind of like looking you
um,
up and down as you're just looking at what he has, and he's like, interesting. Already, huh? Sorry, what?
um, well, uh, do you have any healing items? I guess.
Healing items? let's see. He goes like kind of rummages underneath like the counter as he's like, yeah, I got some healing stuff. Although it's the others kind of took all other people already kind of took all my lower end stuff. I've only got the higher end stuff right now, which is weird. You'd think they would take the higher stuff. I guess they just didn't have the money for it.
Okay, well, I don't have. I think I have too much money either. So
Yeah, it's I've got 3 of them left, and they're 1,500 each.
yeah, that's that's too much. I only have 1,200.
That's a shame. Well, unless you got something
Yeah.
specific else, something else specific you need, I can't really help you.
Okay.
Come back,
Okay.
maybe
That's
come back maybe in a few days, and maybe my stock will be updated.
okay. Yeah.
Kind of just been around here recently. I heard about this place I was traveling, and I sold lots of my uh, lower end stuff earlier. You guys don't really have a whole lot of money, which is odd considering you work for 2 of the Olympus 12, which is weird. But yeah,
Yeah.
they need
We
a.
just started out. We just started to be working for them.
Oh,
So
you just started, huh? Interesting,
yeah.
interesting. Yeah, come back in a few days, and maybe I'll have some more stuff for you.
Okay. We'll
Uh,
do. And then I'll walk over to
yeah, Kaz,
this.
as you kind of turn around and walk the other way, can you just give me a, let's see, what would it be in this case? Yeah, just give me, yeah, 3d6. I'll be, this specifically is a perception thing if it matters, but I don't think it does. It's a little bit of a hard check. Yeah, you don't notice, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and as you go up to this Kokuamon that's up here, you probably saw a couple of them when you guys were down in Astali City. Uh, he just looks like he's got several like scrap pieces of like metal and scrap and stuff. Not too much and many interesting things. He's got some things that are would be from the human world that you would have no idea what they would even be for.
Okay.
He tries to sell some of the stuff to you, but you're like, I don't know what I would even
What
use any of that for. To you, it's
what are
basically just
those
all
things?
scrap.
Okay.
Do you two hang out at the? These guys will take a thing off of the scrap board and we'll head inside, or off the mission board and we'll head inside.
I mean, I'm curious what things are still there.
Let's see on the board. Um, let's see. There's let's say there. We'll say there's how many of these do I want to put up there right now? Uh, let's say that there, other than the one that they just took down, there's only uh 2 left. One goes doesn't really explain too much about what it is, just that you are to go to the far north to the ice to the what is known as the I have what do I have the Dynamis Icelands, uh, and help out with some movement of there have been some odd icebergs that have suddenly just come up out of nowhere, and they need them removed. Like they just spontaneously like come through the ice out of nowhere, and they're kind of like uh, causing trade route problems, which is pretty bad considering most of it's all ice up north. So kind of like messing with the basic like path to go to where the city is up north is
Fair.
could we really need the help removal of that. Um, and let's see. Well, one more. Yeah, we'll do that. One more to uh, the east in the no do what's what I know it's a plateau, but the oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that. I'm gonna just copy this down and let you figure out how the heck that's pronounced because I'm not even gonna try.
Eleftheria?
Eleftheria, yeah.
Alvaria. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. This one is specifically from the iceberg one or the icicle one is more of the guard of the city that's up north, and this one is specifically from Marsmon, the Olympus in that area, that they've had some problems with a large number of rebels and just need some assistance to help search for and maybe find if they have a base nearby somewhere in the plains where the city is.
Get another mission from another Olympus 12 will be interesting.
Yeah, I'd be down with either of these. The latter seems like it'll involve more action. The former feels like it'll maybe help more people. I'm good either way, honestly.
Come on the same line there.
There's no like date that they have to be done by on either of these. Just one. It's just whenever the faster they can get done, the better.
Okay. Do you think has any preference?
Yeah, hey, Tyrannomon, there's a couple of missions up here. One would be going way up north where it's all cold and helping them fix their supply lines. The other would be going out east and beating a bunch of people up. Either of those sound interesting to you?
Well, um, maybe if it's in the ice area, I might be helpful in that because I can breathe fire. So I choose that in the
Okay.
north.
Fair.
Good by me.
Yeah, so
Like we were saying before, I feel like that probably has the potential to help more people more immediately as well. So I like the feel of that. Well,
Yeah,
is there anything else that we should do while we're in town, do you guys think, or should we just try and get a little bit of time on the road?
Do you remember it is rules that you have to take this thing off there and go talk to Octomon behind the cart
Yeah,
counter with it
I,
right before
I'm
we
I'm
shoot.
mostly just asking, like, is there other like asking them if they have anything they want to do in town, or if we should just grab our mission and go.
yeah, we can just
It
keep
is
moving.
like the middle of the day now, just because that's how long it would have taken you to get back.
Yeah, yeah. I
okay.
figure we probably have enough time to get like 2 hexes worth of travel or something, so get a head
You will
start.
need to find and buy probably or find and procure some more provisions.
Oh, okay, that is a good point.
You did say there was only one trip worth.
Yeah, you
Would
probably have
Pokemon
like
be able to provide these?
you probably have half a day's worth at this point.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm gonna having hopefully finished off my homegrown meat on the bone by this point. I'll
Mm.
use my now free hand to take the icicle one and go inside and
Just take off like 5 bits there,
yeah.
just for the food and drink that you used.
Yeah, absolutely. I just need to remember where on this sheet bits are at.
Wherever
I
you
know I
decided to
picked
put
it
it, I
in.
assume you probably put it in notes
You put
from
them
what
in
I
the
heard
notes.
last.
Yeah.
There it is. Yes, thank you. Jesus.
Notes are gold is what I said. Uh, as you put down the drink, the cup that you had your drink in, Akamon was like, "Oh, you guys, your team's already heading out for another one. You guys just shut back. Come on, you could stay for at least a day. Maybe rest in a nice bed."
I mean, I don't know. We actually had a decent rest before we came back this way, and
I
it
didn't have
was
any.
fairly uneventful coming
Oh,
back. So
didn't get any trouble from
they've
any of the wilds or anything.
no, it seems like patrols are doing their job near the mountain. Things are pretty peaceful.
Huh. All right.
So yeah, I
Let me.
figured if they're having some troubles with their supply stuff up north, so the sooner they can get help with that, the sooner it'll be better for everyone. So may as well hit the road.
He looks back to the Tyrannomon like, okay, uh, he will take out a stamp and stamp it and like, which one was this? Oh yeah, 1 second. He's gonna kind of like poke his head through a slit in the wall that's here, like an open counter to where the
Mhm.
kitchen is back here. You'd be like, hey, we need those supplies for the northern mission. Uh, and then you hear a bunch of ruckus in the back there. You can't see anything, and then something is just placed into that slit in the counter. He turns around and is like, "All right, since you guys are heading north to the Icelands, this these provisions should at least keep you warm while you're up there." He places 2 bags down. Use this while you're not in the Icelands, and use this while you are in the Icelands. Don't mix them up. They look exactly the same.
All right. I'm gonna say the stuff that we do use in the Icelands, I hand to Tyrannomon. And the stuff we use outside the Icelands, I will hold on to. That way we can't mix them up.
Okay.
Don't stay
And
there
then
any longer than you have to. If you have to, go to the city that's there, because you might freeze to death. Because
All right.
none of you are from there, and one of you is a dinosaur type. So be careful.
Yeah, he can breathe fire though. He'll stay nice and warm. How bad can it really be?
Wait, are you going there to breathe fire on ice?
well, yeah, but since I think I would have a advantage. I
All,
think
all
my
right, all
fire
right.
would.
You, if you guys got it, remember you guys have just started, so don't want to see you hear that you've been destroyed and like it's only like been your second mission already.
I mean, there's nothing on this mission saying that, like, hey, this is super dangerous. Only ultimates should apply or whatever. Like,
I
this
mean,
sounds like they
Well,
just need help clearing out supply routes. It doesn't say anything's attacking them or that anything's super dangerous. So,
I've already died
just be
almost
cautious of
once.
everything in our case, right? I mean, wilds are everywhere nowadays.
yeah, that's true. I'm just saying, like, I don't at least have the impression that we're gonna go up there and get like ambushed or anything.
Okay.
But the concern is appreciated. We'll be back, relatively soon.
Oh, all right. I'm not. If you want to do it, go do it. You've already got what you need. Carry on.
Okay, I
It'll be
just
fine,
didn't.
guys. This isn't the DM telling us it's a bad idea. I don't know what you're worried about.
uh, you
Oh
guys will
yeah,
hear as you're exiting the thing. You'll hear the ice stabbing one said, "I told you we should have taken it off the board sooner."
I mean, I'll turn and say like, "Hey, if you guys want to come with us, you're welcome to."
No, it is the way that missions, as you guys will know, will work is if someone group has already taken it, unless they need specific help from someone specifically, uh, don't necessarily need to go with you.
Yeah, I'm just saying if they're interested in going along, like
The ice Devimon will turn to you like, I'm not interested in splitting the reward a lot, so many ways.
totally fair.
Uh, they go back to being very rowdy.
I think before we like fully leave town, I do want to swing by, especially since we need to kind of go west and north anyway. If we can swing by the western chunk of town and just like, I don't know, I would like to get some extra like food supplies and stuff just to be safe,
Uh,
make sure we stock up a little extra.
how
Solid
much
idea.
extra food supplies? Like how much you like? How many days worth are you looking to get?
Let's say like an extra 2 days worth just to be safe, just to have some extra. Like
Is
two
that two
days
day
worth for the party.
for the party? We'll say that's. Mm, say that's about if 2 days for the party. There's three of you. Mm, if I say it's about 600 bits, 200 each.
Okay.
Do that.
Actually, we'll say 100. We'll say it's 50 for a day's worth of food.
Even better.
Although, if you become ultimates and become bigger and have bigger stomachs, that probably will go up.
Makes sense. Hey, at least we're not going off of the original Digimon world rules where for whatever reason Tyrannomon gets hungry faster and needs more food to be full than just about any other champion.
Oh God.
In addition to being like one of the most common ones that you're liable to get if you don't get one of the like training failure like Numamon or Sukamon, which means a lot of people end up getting stuck with their Tyrannomon starving to death because they can't get enough food to feed it. So as long as we're not operating with those rules, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, so we'll be
Well,
heading
I
north.
just I trained myself in hunger suppression.
So how many days? So my question is, do you want to go to the main city first, or do you want to try and find where uh, the route is and try and just get rid of the where it is, if you can even find it? That is where, because it's not really described to where it is.
I mean, Octomon, I feel like told us, "Hey, go to the city." So I feel like we should trust the main quest giver guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Like trying to
That's
just go out and wander around in the ice until we find the problem doesn't seem like it's very liable to succeed anyway.
Thoughtful information is always a good idea.
Plus, if we do run into trouble along the way or what have you, then we can restock in town if need be and all that. Can we get him actually before we go to mark on our map where the city is so that we
Uh,
know where we're actually aiming?
yeah, it is up here. I'll drag you all to where it is exactly. It's at the very tip of that place there. If that pinged at all, it's at the very tip of over here.
Okay. And like, yeah.
So we end up having to travel through
Yeah.
the ice anyway to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I
so yeah,
suppose.
it truly is way on the other side. Well, fair enough.
I
There's
suppose if
always
we.
a chance that we run into the problem along the way as well in that case.
Yeah, and we can just survey the area as we're going, technically, because we have to cross over so many tiles to get there anyway.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, I think our most direct route is going to be going out the city to the west here, and then going north.
So
That's good to me.
it's already half the day, so you probably could get to there for the day.
If you're pinging, we're not able to see it,
Oh, it's because
but
that's why. Yeah, no, I know why.
I
Because
was
I'm
thinking
on.
like there.
It's because I'm on. Yeah, on there. Because I'm on GM layer. That's why.
Oh,
I'm trying
so
to
we were west
find.
yet.
I'm trying to find something so I can make it easier for you to see where it is. Because I thought I had something for it, and it turns out I don't. The one place I thought I had a city for, and I don't, which is unfortunate. Yeah, because you're close to the mountain and still kind of close to uh, the headquarters itself. There's not going to be any during travel to there and to at
Overnight.
night and at overnight. There's not going to be really any encounters. But just give me a second. Be able to travel. I'm just doing this math for myself, just so I know about whereabouts you'll stop at, in case you do come across something, and then I have to quickly just make a. I could probably just use a copy of the things, but I'll have to maybe fix it depending on what happens. Okay. Let's see. What part of the journey would this happen at? I don't know. You know what? Law, roll me a D100.
D Hundo. Got it.
Oh boy.
77.
Okay. Then, so move ahead 3 hexes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
All right. So this area, as you get out of kind of the weird humid jungle and enter into this area, it gets a little bit colder, but it's not like it's I'm gonna freeze to death colder. It just gets kind of like generally colder. Like I can put on a jacket and I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Type weather. But in this area, there's kind of still a little bit warmer. So that was 3. So that means you can go. Yeah, roll me another D100. Let's say Shadow, roll me a D100.
Okay.
All right. So nothing really, nothing bad will happen. But let's see if you come across something specific. All of you just roll me. Yeah,
I'm
just all of you roll
already
me.
getting flashbacks to our previous campaigns where you're like, why are you guys not getting into random encounters?
It's fine. It's fine because having random encounters is really hard to do in this game. So all of you just roll me 3d6. See if you notice anything because it is about close to there. How you don't notice anything.
Huh?
That's not quite high enough.
Now.
Go ahead and move the token. Ooh. Not quite good enough, but as you guys are traveling through this, I can't remember what kind of trees these would be considered, like the conifer trees or whatever.
Oh yeah, like pine trees and that
Yeah,
sort of
pine
thing.
trees and stuff. Kaz, off to the west, as you guys are traveling, you thought you saw something, but it kind of like as you guys traveled into specifically this one, kind of a fog kind of started appearing as you guys were heading more north. So you maybe saw something for a second to the west, but then it kind of just disappears.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right, but in this hex, you guys have to rest for the night. So whoever is taking watch, roll me a D100.
So who's taking
Oh,
watch tonight?
I can
I'll take
take the
first.
first watch. Oh,
Oh, if you want to
okay.
take first, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say I'll take first.
Okay.
Cool. I'll take second then.
And I'll be third.
Technically don't need a third in this case. So just need two. Nothing happens during the Tyrannomon's watch. So La, roll a D100.
Okay. 81.
And nothing happens in your watch.
Okay.
So you wake up in the morning. It's a little bit more foggy than it was before because of the, I would say dew, but it's kind of like a weird like snow fog because you're getting kind of closer to the. I'm getting more of a frost going on here in this case.
Right.
So, please continue going north. We'll just stick with doing three. Three. We'll do whichever way you want to go, but go 3 hexes forward. Someone do it.
2, 1, 2, 3.
Why are all of your things like that? That's weird. I can't believe that was broken this entire time. Why did you all like slide over that way, or did I do that and I just didn't notice it? I'm seeing. No, don't worry. I'm doing things in OBS. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I don't know.
I have your Discord things over top of your names and stuff because that's all I can really do right now.
Okay.
And probably what I'll end up doing because I don't know what else to do. Because the way I did reactive things before, it freaking doesn't work anymore, so I can't do it. Anyways, Kaz, roll me another D100. Okay. That is, what do I want to do for this? Do I want to end it early so I can have this fight ready for tomorrow? Because it would probably take
Oh,
about.
I won't be available tomorrow.
I mean next week? Shut up.
Sorry, I had to give you shit for that one.
It is a bit of a shorter one. What would it be on the edge? Because that's that within. It would be that with how I've done this. Okay, I'm trying to think of Digimon off the top of my head. Let's see if you guys are surprised by them. Because as you exit out of the forest, it does get a lot colder as you're entering into the ice fields. All you roll 3d6. Or the ice fields, the ice lands.
Oh no.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh my god.
Wow. The guy with 2 1s had the highest roll. Oh,
right.
Kaz also had 2 1s. Oh, geez. Yeah, we just did poorly all around.
Excuse me a second. Let's do. Let's see. Actually, before I do that, let's see how many, because they are those guys. So let's see how many. How many do I want to do this for? Because they probably would just be. Because they wouldn't be any higher than that. So, each of you roll me a d4.
Okay.
Oh, lovely.
Okay. So none of them are that. So that means there's gonna be technically more of them. So let's do. Let's do. I don't want them to be that many. Let's do 2, and then plus that. Okay, I will make it that many. I don't have a thing for this. Just so you are aware, if it's not clearly obvious, because random encounters to do in this is extremely hard to do because I can't just add or subtract things from a random Digimon. I have to make entire sheets for them. Um, it's only an hour in, and I don't want to just stop right now. And I don't want to take like forever making a battle for this either. You know what? What is Because there's just a bunch of those. Let me take a look at the extra character sheets I have for these things specifically. Is that what that is? Is that just a? Because it doesn't say. That's definitely not it. Do they seriously not have a copy of just a rookie Digimon in here? That's interesting. Yeah, they have in training. They have baby Digimon, champions, and ultimates, but I don't have any copies for.
Isn't that always the way it goes? Like, it's the one thing that you need is what's missing.
Okay. I normally wouldn't end this really early, but I don't really have much of a choice because I have to. If I had just a copy of the rookie character sheet, I would just use that as what these things are because they were going to be all the same Digimon most likely anyways.
Okay.
But I don't have that, so I don't know where. I'll have to look to see if I can find it. So I think for now, just because I'll at least have a lot more prepared for next session now that I know what you guys are doing.
Okay.
So next week will actually be probably the full 2 hours because you'll have this fight, and then you'll probably going to the Iceland city, and then helping out with the giant icicle problem. Now that itself will probably either be 1 or 2 sessions on its own. But you did successfully hand in and complete a mission, both the one that you did, which oh no, I did give you the money for it because they pay no, because that would have been a separate. So each of you actually can gain you know what you took off for the money for the extra food just gained back.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Because that was literally your first mission and you were just going to deliver letters and stuff, right? So it's not like it's like anything specific. So yeah, the just gain the money you would have gained back, and because that was how much did I say? 200 or 100?
Yeah, 100
gain another 100 on top of that. Then it'll say give you 200. You would have given you 200 each.
All right.
about that.
So basically, you would gain 100 what you had before you bought the meat and stuff, the extra food. And because you technically completed a mission successfully, handed in, and you also gave the letter to the guards who for Minervamon, I guess just gain another DP, extra DP.
Okay.
Okay.
Hooray.
Just one.
Just one. Yep. Now, is there anything I want to before I stop recording and spending this week? I would have did a lot more on the weekend, but I was gone all weekend, so
No worries.
things a little bit more planned out. But I did have those missions up. I just didn't have. No, I thought you would have taken a lot more because I thought you guys would have had a lot more stuff to ask, like Minervamon and stuff, and you would have maybe spent more time in town doing stuff. But you guys are just
I
like,
mean,
nah, next mission, let's go.
yeah, we're adventurers. What do you want from us?
You're not technically adventurers, but close enough.
I don't know. I guess for me, part of it, I think, is I just wasn't sure what all there was to do in town, but you said there was a quest board, so I was like, oh, that's a thing to do.
Yeah. So you're on the border there. What could I gotta think of Digimon. Oh, and you guys will be surprised. So they'll probably get a turn before you do. Uh,
Yeah,
but
we were not very observant. That's fair.
That's fair enough.
you know what? I won't spoil what they are specifically because I feel like I should save that for next week.
Okay.
Anything else I really need to let you know? Not off the top of my head. Yeah, I don't think so. Uh, Also, just add a character. Good luck trying to burn ice. It's not gonna work. I will tell you that right now.
Oh, I thought that would work.
You can melt it, but it's just gonna
No.
melt it and then freeze it because it's if it was maybe in like this area down here, maybe that would work. But you're in like a freezing Iceland, so you're gonna melt it and then it's gonna refreeze. You're free to do that, but that's
We'll
what's gonna
figure
happen.
something out. It's fine. We'll make it work.
I'm sure if you go into town and ask for tools, they can give you them because you're here to help them with it anyways. So I'm sure they can give you something, or you could figure out something to do with that.
Yeah, we'll just request a bunch of flamethrowers.
But yeah, so you'll be fighting next week, then you'll go town at that, and I'll find a proper token for that because I thought I did and I didn't. Because I have a bunch of them just loaded into my.
I'm looking forward to beating up a bunch of Penguin Mon.
I mean, you say that, but where you are, you technically could happen. I haven't
Yeah, I know that was
decided.
it was one of my first guesses as to what like an ice Pokemon would be. It was like
Digimon,
Penguinmon
but
and
yes.
Icemon were the two that I thought of, and like maybe like Sorcerermon because it typically has an ice theme.
Hmm.
Yes, all these are my favorite Pokemon.
Yes. All right, I'm going to start recording.